What's up, guys? Sean here from Srkcycles.com, and I'm going to be test driving two bikes today. If you haven't already watched the video for the 08 Heritage Softail, check it out. Right now I'm going to test drive the 1997 Heritage Softail. This one has the very sought after Evo motor. Everyone loves these bikes, everyone loves these engines, and we're going to figure out why right now. Alright guys, let's do the words of wisdom. Words of wisdom are Proverbs 16:8. Better is a little with righteousness than great revenue with injustice. That should put things into perspective. You know, a lot of times people have a price. People got their price, and if you put it into perspective of, hey, it's not about the money. I want to do what's right. I don't care about the money. You will be a better person. You'll be blessed because of it. You might not be blessed monetarily because, you know, there's a lot of people, crooked people out there that are making good money being crooks. I don't think that's not a majority of rich people. I'm not saying that. I think most rich people are providing a good service. So this is one of the most iconic motorcycle lines, and this is the Harley Davidson Softail. This is I forget, it's a 97 or a 98, and this is an Evo motor. Everyone loves the Evo motor. It was when Harley really kind of broke out of their shell in the slump of the 70s, and they made a good, reliable motor that people just loved, and it was, you know, people could really get behind it, and they did. This motor produced good power, was reliable, and it's not unusual to see an Evo motor do over 100,000 miles. So I did a little bit of research on the Softail, and these bikes sell very well. One of my favorite Harleys is actually a Softail. I don't know if I've mentioned this very often, but Harley Davidson made a bike in 1994, I think it was. Was it 94? Somewhere around this year. And someone's gonna quote me, someone's gonna correct me on this one, and that's awesome. I appreciate your help. And it was called the Moo Glide, M-O-O Glide. And when you look at it, it's white and black, and it has a white and black like cow pattern seat. It is the coolest looking bike. I just think it looks so awesome. They made it very rare. The first time I actually heard about it was two of them came up for an auction. And the guy had one with 40,000 miles because he rode it, and then he had another one with like no miles because he just stored it because he knew it was a collector. He knew it was a special bike. He knew it was a collector's bike, and he wanted to keep it around. Hey, dog. And I was like, well, I'll be interested in buying that. I had no idea what it's worth. Those really rare ones. All right, it's hard to figure out what they're worth. And the guy wanted $40,000 for one of them. I think the nice one, probably 30 for the other one. And I was like, the dude's asking top dollar, and he's not taking it to the right place to get top dollar. So I've always liked these bikes. So the Softail was designed by a guy named Bill Davis, and it's like, man, that's a real bummer. He was only 3 letters away from being part of the family of being a Davison. He designed the bike actually in the 70s. Talked to I guess it'd be Willie G. Talked to one of the guys from Harley Davidson. I think it might have been Willie G. I don't know. Talked to one of the guys from Harley Davidson. Was like, hey, check this out. This is a new type of way to put the springs, and we call it the Softail. And he's like, wow, I like the idea, but we're not going to do anything yet. This is in the mid 70s. And then in the early 80s, Harley ended up buying the tooling for it, and buying the patent for it, and buying the rights for it, and all that stuff. And Harley actually has the name Softail trademarked, which I'm no lawyer, but I think that means you can't say Softail without paying Harley Davidson. I'm no lawyer. Don't quote me on that one. So it's pretty interesting that he didn't specifically work for Harley. He just came up with a model, made some designs, spent a lot of time doing it, spent a lot of time that he had no idea whether this is all going to pay off or not. Now, I don't know how much they gave him for it. I don't know if he ever kept any little bit of the rights to it, you know what I mean? Like, give me like a percentage, give me like 1% of every Softail sold for the rest of my life, or my family for the rest of my life. That'd have been cool. I don't think he did any of that. What if he got $1? What if he got $1 for every Softail sold for the rest of his life? I don't know. That'd be pretty wild though. So as you guys can see, of course this is rocking the 5-speed. They didn't start doing the 6-speed until about a decade later. And this bike runs really good. These are all new buttons. All these buttons are new. I'm pretty sure. I've had plenty of 1990s bikes, and I'm pretty sure the words would have been broken, but I think the guy replaced the buttons. They look a little different, which is cool because now you can know now you know what's going on. I knew what was going on. We all knew what was going on. We know what the buttons do. There's 3 buttons on it. We figured it out by now. This bike feels nice and tight. I like this seat. This seat feels good. I don't know what kind it is, but the seat behind it is giving me a little bit of that lower back lumbar that feels very comfortable. Down here is the split, the flitch switch for these spotlights. There you go. Yeah. And normally these things have windshields on them. This one does not. But so if you're wondering, okay, you're trying to figure out, some guy pulls up with a motorcycle and you're like, what is that? The Softail is a little bit smaller frame, but when you're sitting on it, it does not feel any smaller. I mean, I feel just as comfortable. I'm 6'2". I feel just as comfortable as I do on an Ultra. It just the bike feels smaller, feels lighter, a lot more nimble than you would on a like the FLH platform, which is like the touring platform. The front brakes feel amazing. A lot of times these older Harleys, the front brakes start getting real spongy. This one's got steel braided lines on it. It's got steel braided cable throttle lines, just a match. And you describe a little bit of brake, it's just a non-issue. You hop on it, you don't even notice it because it's doing exactly what you think it should. Oh guys, if you're wondering why I'm wearing 2 different types of gloves, these videos stay on forever, but if it's September 2018, then we are pre-launching these gloves. This is the cruiser style, perfect for a bike like this, lined with Kevlar. Click on the first link below. This one on my left hand is the more tactical style. If you like that video and you want to see more of them, click on the subscribe button. And if you guys didn't know, we also have a motorcycle dealership, Srkcycles.com. We sell and ship bikes all over the country. We have one of the largest inventories in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, which probably means nothing to you because you probably don't live in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. But we have a decent amount of bikes. So check out the first link on the bottom is the website, Srkcycles, and we'll see you guys later.